Hey, it's Brianna for Triumphant Tuesdays. You might notice that I'm in Nikki's spot, and I am because I'm in LA with Nikki, and so I'm just going to make my video from here. So if you wanted to know, that's what's going on with that. It's really fun. I really like hanging out with her. Although LA wasn't as I expected, it's just not as exciting, but I learned that my town is cool too, and I never thought it was cool, but it is. But she's amazing. I love hanging out with her. She's wonderful. I think everyone should hang out with Nikki. She's awesome. This week we're going to be talking about disordered thoughts and recovery and what you do when you're at a healthy weight and behavior free and you're wondering why your disordered thoughts aren't going away. And that happens a lot, and it's such a roadblock in recovery because you could gain weight and think, oh, I'm not sick enough. So you might relapse because of that, or you might be uncomfortable with your new body and relapse because of that. Or you might not be mentally ready to handle being quote unquote healthy. So a lot of people relapse because of that stuff. And it's really hard. I probably relapsed 50 times because of that stuff. And Katie, if you're watching this, I'm stealing your analogy, but it's such a good one. I want to choose again. Katie was talking about how when we do disordered things or disordered behaviors, it's like having sand in our brain, or our brain is made of sand, supposedly, but there's a little marble, and every time we do a bad behavior, it etches a path in our brain, and that can be really hard to break because then you have this little mark in your brain that makes all these connections and basically allows the behavior to continue because it's what we know. And when you get healthy, physically, you have to remember that eating disorders are a mental illness, so just because you're healthy physically doesn't mean that the thoughts are going to go away. So it takes a long time for your brain to heal and for the thoughts to go away, but for me, the first step to that, I firmly believe, is nutrition, giving your brain time to heal. Because without nutrition, we can't do that. So you need to eat first, and you need to wait it out and be patient with your body as it redistributes weight or does whatever it needs to do. It's going to be uncomfortable to you because you don't really know how to deal with it yet. You're not expected to just mentally recover because eating disorders are a mental illness. They're not a physical illness. And physical things happen to us because of our eating disorders, but eating disorders are mental. So it takes such a long time for the disordered thoughts to go away because your brain has to heal that bad pathway that I was talking about. It has to get over it, and it takes a long time. And there's a few things that sum up my recovery. Fake it till you make it. 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and never give up. The healthy behaviors in the eating are definitely going to come before the thinking, because it takes so much time for your brain to heal. But eating is the first step, and when you make that step, be very proud of yourself, but also be very patient. Disordered thoughts aren't going to go away right away. It takes a very long time, and I don't mean that to discourage people, but you just got to hang in there and never give up. And when I was having problems with body image, I would often distract myself and think of other things. Or it's also helpful if you are physically healthy to go back out and start enjoying life again. Because when you do that, you're not thinking about your body all the time. But I guess that's my main advice to you, is that we just can't focus on negativity and focus on bad body image, because it will get better. It just takes a very long time, and it takes a lot of patience. Because just remember that your brain is trying to heal itself from all the malnutrition and all the ways that you used to deal with life. Because it used to be that I used to deal with life by restricting, every time life didn't go well. And so if I had done that for 10 years I did, who's to say that, I'm just gonna one day wake up and it's gonna be all better? No, I had an eating disorder for 10 years, so it took me a really long time to think in different ways and to act in different ways, and it just took a long time for my body to heal. And in some respects, it physically still is healing. It's such a long process, but don't give up, guys. You are so beautiful, and you can make it through this. You just have to want to, and just give it time. Rome wasn't built in a day, and we can all make it, but don't allow your negative body image to let you relapse. Because, I mean, I did that 50 times probably, and it didn't work. And, ultimately I had to accept who I am. And I know I'm expanding on this topic a little bit, but you just have to accept who you are, and your body is not who you are. So just because you're uncomfortable with your body, that's not who you are. I was actually meeting with Katie Morton the other day. She's amazing. But I met with her for coffee, and one of the reasons I haven't published any eating disorder literature about myself is that I was telling her, I was yeah, I want to be one of the best eating disorder therapists in the world, which is a great goal. It's not I want to be famous doing it, but I just want to be a good therapist, and that's what I want to do. But I don't want to be known as that girl with an eating disorder. That's not who I am, and that's not who you guys are either. We don't have to be known by our eating disorders, and just because we have negative thoughts in our head doesn't mean that we have to restrict or binge and purge or have little bodies or have it show on your body. I've said so many times, you can reach out for help. You can tell somebody that you're struggling. You don't have to have it appear on your body, because we all struggle. And just replace all the negative thoughts with positive ones. When you have a negative thought, just say no. Be I'm not going to listen to that. That's not what I'm going to do today. And find something else to do, or replace it with a positive thought. Think of something happy, or do something that makes you happy. I love to dance around to music. I'm terrible at dancing, but somehow turning on the music and dancing around helps me. Or singing. That helps me a lot too. But just distract yourself and enjoy life, and realize that you only have one life to live, and don't allow your negative thoughts to hold you back, because they will go away. I don't have negative body image anymore. I actually love my body, and I can't believe I'm saying that on YouTube, but I love it, even though it has flaws, even though it's not perfect. I love it because it allows me to live and have a great life. But changing our thought processes and changing how we live takes a very long time, and I know people with eating disorders are so perfectionistic, but you have to accept that this is going to be a long process, but it's worth it. And people always told me that if you're going through hell, keep going. So if you're having a really hard time with your eating disorder and with your body image, and you've gotten physically healthy and you're still struggling, like I said, our challenges are often our greatest opportunities to grow. So just keep going through hell, because you'll get to the other side. Life and good life and challenges and happiness always begin at the end of our comfort zone and at the end of the boxes we keep ourselves in. So just keep going, keep moving forward, and see where recovery takes you. Give it a shot. Recovery is wonderful. I mean, it has its setbacks. I don't have a perfect life, but I'm so happy I did it. And keep trying. I relapsed a lot, so, I didn't give up. So no matter how many times, you've relapsed, no matter how many times, you've been I can't deal with my body, I just have to relapse, you don't. Just try it one more time. Because that one more time could help you get to be recovered. Because, when my last time that I was sick, the heavens didn't open up. I didn't have some major sign that, now is the time to recover. I just kind of realized it. And if you guys want me to talk about that in another video, I will. But life goes on, and we all get through things, because we all have the capacity to survive. So just keep giving recovery a try until you get it, because you will get it. You just have to keep moving forward. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day. Love you guys.